Hi, this beginning of the video needs narration because everything is a mess. The footage is a mess, my life is a mess, my business is a mess. Actually, my business is actually the most put together part of my life. You know, I put all my time and energy into that, so it is actually quite held together. The last you saw of me when I was actually working, I was at a TA making fun of that person's house. What an awful place to live. I was just planning on doing a reset like a normal truck driver and then getting back out there. And then as I was like post-tripping, I had to go in and change a tire because I had picked up a nail, I believe, and found that I had a busted seal. So, I had to get that fixed, and I want to make it clear on here because I think that a lot of people who watch me in this channel are big truck driver people. You can get that stuff fixed basically anywhere. If I was in a big truck, I could have got it fixed at the TA. I'm not in a big truck. They won't touch my trailer in like any capacity. I have to literally bypass the front office and go directly to the people in the shop and say,
can you please look at my trailer on the parking lot just a little bit, please?
Still, they're kind of like, ugh, it's a hot shot, you know? So I can't get work done just anywhere. Also, I was pretty sure that my trailer was under warranty. Then I looked up Diamond Tier on the country and the closest one was in Nebraska. So I was like, well, shit, might as well just go home. So I deadheaded home from, wait, did I say Minnesota? I'm pretty sure I was in Michigan. Yeah, I was in Michigan. So I drove home empty from Michigan. It's just what had to be done. I have him surrounded. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so I drove home from Michigan. I got these nice decals. Yes. Very exciting. I want a bigger one. If anyone knows where you can get, I need the biggest Broncos head you can frickin' buy. Ideally, a magnet that I can put on the neck of my trailer. Anyways, moving on. So then I took my trailer into the shop to get the seal fixed. And they said that my magnets were digging into the drums. Come on. Come on, magnet. It's not smooth. My drums are warped and, you know, the magnets are also warped. So that I would either need to have them turned or eventually completely replaced. Replacing them costs approximately a lot of money. We're gonna talk about that later. I just picked up my trailer. I have a load out of here. Guess what? It's a container. But also guess what? It's picking up 3 miles away from where I am right now. And it's going to Salt Lake City, which also isn't a great area. But as I said in my last video, nowhere is really that great. I do like going east of here, but I have gotten out of Salt Lake before for fine rate. In terms of my trailer, the magnets were digging into the drums. Apparently I have them up too high. I put them at what makes me feel comfortable. It was, so like since I had a 3/4 ton before, I kind of had to like turn my trailer brakes up like a little bit more because I had a small truck. And then with this truck, I've already had to get the brakes replaced. So how are my trailer brakes up too high, but then my truck brakes are also working too hard? I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't. The other drums, the 3 other drums, are also still like gonna need to be turned or replaced. If they can't turn them, I have the quote right here. If they can turn them, it'll be $1,300, basically $1,387. It'll be $1,400. Get ready for this. If they need to be replaced, if they can't turn them, or if they turn them and there's like a hot spot in it or whatever, it'll be $4,746. $5,000. Unreal. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I mean, they were able to turn this drum, which is a good sign that they'll be able to do the other ones. I can't pay $5,000 to have these replaced. I just can't. That's insane. That's insane behavior. So I need to figure something out. I'll deal with that later. Let's go get loaded. They just told me that 80's covered in snow. Why? It can't be that bad, right? Oh, y'all, look at this. I threw all of these over first try. Y'all laughed at me before. Y'all laughed. We're at Little America. I got a sandwich and potato salad. Okay, that's it for the good news. Bad news is, I think I fucked up, you guys. I didn't know that weather was happening around the rest of the country outside of Colorado. I've just gotten, used to summer. Okay, that guy just gave me the worst look I've ever seen in my life. It's fine. Moral of the story is it's gonna get down to 29 tonight. 29 degrees. Yeah, all I have is this summer sleeping bag and this blanket, which I know is not enough because it's like barely enough when it's like in the 40s. So I don't know. Got my bag of stolen utensils. I'll have one of these, right? Wow, yeah, I don't know. Also, not great. I don't really have a hoodie to sleep in either. It's not great. Not great turn of events. Whatever. I'm alive. It wasn't the most uncomfortable night I've ever had. It wasn't fun either, though. There's only like 10 spots of this Maverick, and it's just full of drop trailers. Hot shots don't do that. Hot shots don't do that. They're not that annoying. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. Oh yeah, I'm in the express lane because the tolls are waived, but I'm not even gonna lie. I never stop at this fucking way station, no matter if it's open or not. It's like 10 miles away from my house, and I'm just not going. I'm sorry, I'm just not going. When I was on my way to Salt Lake, I got an email from a customer who I've worked with a little bit before in Colorado. It's a startup, they have their own trailers, they make trailers. I don't want to get too much into it because it's kind of involved and I'm just the truck driver. Basically, I pull around their trailers and put miles on them. And then they bring them back into the shop and they see what happened during those miles. So I got an email from them saying that they needed approximately 2,500 miles, which is enough for me, a lot. I mean, that's a lot of miles. So I turned around and came back after I dropped off the container. Working at home for a week. I took a week off, and during my week off, I might have bought a new set of irons and a new driver and a new 5-wood. Whoopsies. And don't mind me, everything is going swimmingly. And then they needed more miles put on a different trailer, but not as many. So that wasn't enough to cover me for a week of work. So I took another load to Salt Lake. This time it was rail. It was actually out of Pueblo. When I parked, I saw that I had a nail in my tire and I had to replace that. I don't know what time it is, like 9 or something like that. this. Cool. It's Monday. Thank you though for being the outside tire. I do appreciate that. Ooh, right fucking on there. Oh my god, that's the hardest part. Yes. Oh my god, I'm so happy about that. Fuck, we're going to bed today. Get a real good night's sleep. Sorry again about the terrible angles and the fact that it's dark out. It's just the way it is. Done. This lighting's really crazy. Barely any lighting. Look at where I am. Quick question, like, why would a side dump be like over the road? Why would they like need a sleeper and be out here? Like, I kind of thought like those were just kind of going down the road. In what world would you load up a side dump and then send it over the road? I don't, am I missing something? And then after that I had to come home, so here's also footage of me talking about how I need to go home. Whatever, okay? I need to go home. Literally when I take bad loads, when I say bad loads, it's containers and ADS pipe. So when I take these bad loads, it offered me a really good rate to where it's worth it, you know? I have gotten really good rates on containers and on this before. I'm either taking it because of that, or I need to go somewhere specific, usually home. The freight volume for flatbed big trucks is dirt in my face. For even like big flatbed trucks is less than dry van, and then hotshot flatbed even less than that. So I have to make decisions sometimes, and like a little bit of money is better than driving around the country at a cost, slash for free, slash at a cost, because I'm paying for fuel. Just driving around, seeing the country. So, you know, just, okay. Hey everyone. So back in my trailer. I'm gonna do, wow. That doesn't look good. Then I showed you that I picked up a nail and then I changed the tire. So what we're gonna do is, because this one's new and then I just got another new one, I'm gonna take out this old one, replace it with the new one, and have that as my spare. This is what I do when I'm home. When I should be relaxing, I'd be working. As I was doing that, I saw I had another broken seal. Can't make this shit up. So then, instead of taking it to the shop, because this wasn't gonna be covered under warranty, the other seal that they fixed ended up just being a one-time courtesy thing that they did. I had somebody from the customer who I was working with, the trailers who I was pulling around, change my seal. I've known him for a very long time. He actually helped me get this customer, so he changed my seal. That got taken care of, and then I left. I actually deadheaded to Kansas, and then I got a load out of Nebraska. Denver's a mess. You guys, honestly, Denver sucks. Then I am taking this fencing from Nebraska with 4 drops. Here's the footage. You're all caught up now. We can continue on as normal. Anyways, this is the load. It's fencing, and as you can see, it has approximately 50 drops, ending in Pennsylvania. We'll talk about it later. Okay. Here she is. You guys, we got ourselves another load of like, do the straps too tight. Do the straps too tight, you're gonna break it. Do you hear yourself right now? You're telling a flatbed driver how to put their straps too tight? I hate these loads. In one direction, I need a new glove. In one direction, I'm worried it's gonna fall off, and that'll be a big disaster. And in the direct opposite direction, it breaks, and that's damaged freight, and I owe them money, and that's also a disaster. So, like, you just figure your shit out, figure a way to strap this down so it doesn't break and I don't have to worry about it. I don't deal with your shit today. Can we please stop following so closely? Look how close they are. So dangerous, please stop. There are 4 drops, which isn't great. I don't love that. I don't think anyone loves extra drops, but it's paying really well for the mileage. And also, it's Thursday? Wait. Yeah, it's Thursday. And I picked it up yesterday. I left Tuesday. My God. It's been really weird lately in my life. I've been doing local work. I've been doing a lot of work on my trailer. So yeah, I left Tuesday. I deadheaded to Kansas, to Solomon, Kansas. It's hard getting out of Denver. It's really hard. Sometimes I can get out, sometimes I can't. I kind of didn't want to like sit around and hope that I could get out, because that's really how much of a crapshoot that it actually is. So I was just kind of trying to save my week in terms of like just having like a good weekly gross for that week, for this week. I was also still having trouble finding something out of Solomon, which is like within, it's like only 160 something miles from Kansas City, which I've always been able to get out of. However, when you're in Kansas City, you can go either further east into Missouri, and I didn't want to go that far. So what's even more stupid is that I ended up going to like basically Omaha, just another 200 something miles. I can't live in Colorado anymore and do this job the way that I want to do it. Like, obviously everybody wants to get a load out that's, 10 miles away from their home. And it's just, that pays well, mind you. Like, I can get something out of Denver, it'll just pay $1.27, which is what, TQL was trying to do, Aurora to Kansas City, 5 drops, paying $1.27. Now you're thinking, you're doing something, oh, and it had to be tarped, the TQL load. And you're thinking, this one has 4 drops, what's the difference? This one's paying like $2.30. Big difference. Big ol' freaking difference. So that's why I took this one, because it's like, you know, fine. This week is already blah. Like, we'll just do some drops. We'll get this week over with. We'll make some money. And we'll move on with our lives. We're doing the offload piece by piece method. We have another house right here. This is actually even worse, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but hearing the freaking air sounds you guys make, hearing that all day and all night, I would move. And y'all should have saw the bumfuck turn I had to make to get in here. I had to make someone back up. And then somebody else sitting in traffic yelled at a girl out his window. Taking up the whole ass road. It's dumb. So I also looked this one up on Google Maps, and it's looking pretty tight as well. I did ask the guy if there's room, you know, to turn around, because sometimes you can go far enough back and there's like a bunch of space, whatever, or whatever. I asked him if there's enough space for me to turn my truck and trailer around, and he said, I think there's room. It's not good enough for me. That's not good enough. I'm not going. I don't know if there's gonna be room for me to like turn off and walk down there and see, so I think that I'm just gonna go ahead and back in. Okay, this is the turn. So I did end up turning into it because I saw a turnaround area when I looked further down there. So I turned down there and I was able to turn around, but he was right. It was tight. And while we're at it, let me just show you this other turn that Trucker Path wanted me to make. This is a different delivery, and I needed, first of all, just look at this intersection. Completely disgusting. So it wanted me to turn right this way through here, which is just, the angle is terrible. What I was supposed to go like around here, and then like once you get over here, look how small this road is. Wow. Terrible and gross. And so I ended up actually just going straight and turning around through a neighborhood that was also really small, and then came out this way and went straight through it, because fuck that turn. Look at this sandwich. This is why you guys need to merge at highway speed. When I say you guys, I just mean like anybody driving on the highway. I can't get over. I'm eating a sandwich. Not. It sounds like a joke, but I'm so serious. Like, there are so many times where I'm chilling in the left lane and someone comes over on the ramp at 40 and I can't do anything with my hands. Because I'm eating a sandwich. It's not funny. It pisses me off, actually. It fucking ruins my whole sandwich. Okay, we're here. And I still have all my oil. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.